has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or must be abandoned, heroes will die, and when they die they stay dead. Progress autosaves constantly, so actions are permanent. This game expects a lot out of you. How far will you push your adventurers? How much are you willing to risk in your quest to restore the hamlet? What will you sacrifice to save the life of your favourite hero? Thankfully there something about fresh souls arriving on a coach, I think it said. Yes, this is Darkest Dungeon. It has been out on early access on Steam. Hang on, I've got to turn the volume down, hang on. Now I can actually hear myself speaking. Has been out early access on Steam for about 2 or 3 weeks, I think, something like that. I've spent a bit of time watching other bits. It's been popping up on YouTube all over the place, and probably not a bad thing. I've spent a bit of time watching it. There's a few mechanics that I've seen that I'm not 100% sure of, but this is my first time playing it. I haven't played it before myself, so maybe they'll grow on me. I can't really sort of pass judgment without actually experiencing them firsthand. See if we can start. Click the letter to begin. I guess this is the name of our save file. I wonder how long I can... That far. Right. Whatever, that'll do. I think that's just the name of your town anyway, it doesn't really matter. Cutscene, yes.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Loading screen, maybe? Did something happen? Or did my game just crash? Something's happening. Maybe. Now here we go. Press space or click to continue. Alright, this is map navigation. This is the tutorial. You are currently in a room. To move forth, click on another room on the map display. This will take you to the connecting hallway. This is basically the tutorial, and this is the entire map. This game, I guess it falls under the seemingly increasingly nebulous genre of roguelike, as in the dungeon, apart from this one, the dungeons are procedurally generated, and it is permadeath. If a character dies, that is it. I'm not sure what you call the combat style. It's sort of turn-based party organisation. Your party here, the enemy party here, and you click your whatever skill or ability, and then click your target, and that's the end. We've got some food. I don't know what that genre of combat is called, but it's pretty cool. I don't mind it. I guess it sort of goes back to the old days of tabletop RPGing. We'll probably learn all about this light and stress and stuff later. In the meantime, let's go.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Movement. While in the hallway, press D to forward and A to go back, or you can click. Basically these 4 squares, I guess, each. Oh yeah, so I'm holding it down to move.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion,
And
that
he was
all may hear
surprised.
of your arrival.
Kill the enemy. Combat is turn-based. On your hero's turn, click a skill icon and then click on the highlighted target. If you can't select a particular skill, it's because that hero needs to be standing in a different spot, or there are no valid targets. Mouse over the skill to the requirements. So your party order is important. You've got up to four in a party, and where they are standing is important. This, for example, open vein. Those are 3 sort of yellowy, fawny, creamy sort of coloured spots on the left there. That's the position of the party he can be in to use this skill, and the 2 red dots are the target. So he can only attack. He can use this skill from the first 3 spots, and he can only attack someone in the first 2 of the enemy. Open vein, accuracy base 85. I guess that's the chance to hit. Damage mod minus 15%, so I guess it does less damage than a full attack, but it will inflict bleeding. And this guy has 15 hit points, dodge 2, speed 3. Speed, I guess, is something to do with the order you act in, although he's surprised this round, it doesn't matter. Human is his type. There are different types, and some heroes might be better or worse against different types of enemies. And his resistance is stun, blight, bleed, and debuff resist. Also got grape shot, which is not really very useful. 73% chance, no crit, 2 to 5 damage. 83, so that'll do more damage. That's a self buff, so we might as well just try and make him bleed. And he's bleeding, so he will suffer 2 damages per round for the next 3 rounds. And our Crusader here, Smite. So if the monster type is unholy, you get bonus damage. 78 chance to hit, 6 to 13 damage. Zealous Accusation. That, because there's the line between those 2 red dots, that will actually attack both enemies in the first 2 positions. Stunning Blow or Bulwark of Faith, which is a self buff, and will increase the torch. This is the torch. The lighter it is, you get scouting, monster surprised. The less torch there is, the more stress you get, which is a mechanic we'll get into later. But you get more loot if it's darker. So it's, yeah, I guess it's a trade-off. But from what I've seen, it's usually better to keep the light up. I don't really know too much about the game, so this 83 chance of hitting, 2 to 5 damage. Better off taking this one because it'll do a lot more damage and it's not that much
Press
less likely to hit.
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
And it kills, and we get some loot. So radiant light is 88. We have no torches anyway, so we can't increase the light at the moment. Now we've seen a couple of cutscenes. We've seen a bit of battle. Interactive objects. While exploring, often find interactive objects. Click or press W to investigate them. Take a look at this tent. Brigand's tent, clearly where the ambushers camp. Check inside the tent. The brigands left valuables.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
So that's worth 500 gold. So we basically got 600 gold out of that. These gems and things will automatically sell, convert to gold at the end of the adventure. I will talk about the art style because we just got some stress. I really... Atmospherically speaking,
An ambush.
this is probably one of the
a message.
one
the
of the
rightful owner has
Shut
returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
This would have to be one of the best looking games I have seen in a very long time. This darkened graphic novel art style. We can get them both. Won't do much damage. Pistol shot attacks the back, 3 to 8 damage, or that. Can't attack him, but this guy's big, so he takes up 2 spots. It's the graphic novel art style. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It looks fantastic, and it really complements the sort of the Lovecraftian dark gothic horror setting of the game. It's absolutely amazing. I really like the art that they've done in this game, the style of it. The narrator, the voice is pretty good. He does it. I don't know where the developers, what country they're from, but I've kind of noticed that the accent tends to drop from the sort of Edwardian America. You occasionally get just a slight hint of Goldmember, the Austin Powers movie, for some reason. That's attack them both. We're down. He's bleeding. But it's very much a Lovecraftian style of speech.
How quickly the tide turns.
Ow. Stress. And the speech itself, the tone and the inflection of the voice is actually really good. Aside from that slight dipping of the accent, it's just 8. Yeah, just keep attacking. He's gonna die. He's gonna die next turn, and there he goes. Yep.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
And you have 10 hit points left. We can't pistol shot you. We can just open. You resisted bleeding. Aside from the strange accent that occasionally crops up with the narrator, he's really nicely done, the voice acting.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And that was a positive stress, so he relaxed a little. I can't remember if we get told about stress, but stress is bad. If you get a lot of stress, you end up getting afflictions. They basically go nuts. And if it's dark, you'll get stress. If you take crits, you'll get stress. Now, look at this. Bandit's trapped chest. Something doesn't look quite right with this one. That's a very broad hint, but it's the end of the adventure, so it doesn't matter. We should get blight. He resisted it. It was a blight trap, I believe, from memory, from what I've seen. But again, it's the end of the adventure. Does not matter. We're finished. Stress can cause negative things here. So if the light is above 75%, he gets plus 10 damage. So it's good for him to be in a party with lots of light. I'm not exactly sure what that does. That means in town he has to pray. This guy, stun resist, might likely to go fast, and he's not allowed to gamble for stress relief. You can relieve your stress while you're in town. Anyway, can you right click on? Yeah. Bring up that. These are all his skills. Camping skills are something I won't have to get into for a while. Anyway, that's the end. Let's finish finish the quest. Victory! Got some money. See, it automatically sells the money, the valuables. Just turns into money. And heirlooms, these things are all used to upgrade your town. So these guys, I think they leveled up. But they didn't get any extra traits. So obviously on my PC...
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Obviously on my PC the loading screen takes a while on this, at least when I'm recording. I haven't played this without recording to see if it's any different. Anyway, these guys, I can't get the horrible images, that says images out of my head. These are our overall quest goals. Roster goals. I've seen a couple of boss battles. This one didn't look too difficult. This one looked extremely difficult. They're the only ones I've seen. So these guys did get level ups. Get help where you may. On any screen in the game, press and hold H to see contextual help for controls in that mode. Try it while in town, exploring, fighting, camping and more. The darkest, deepest, dankest estate, yes. Yes, indeed. Hold down H. Right click to inspect the character sheet. Click on buildings. Stagecoach, heroes, blacksmith, upgrade weapons and armour. Guild, upgrade combat skills. Survivalist, camping skills. Tavern, stress relief. Abbey, stress relief. Sanitarium to get rid of negative quirks. And the wagon to purchase rare items. Okay. So the only one we've got unlocked at the moment. Stagecoach to recruit new heroes.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
You speak a lot. You'll need to recruit these two heroes to fill out a party of 4. Drag and drop them into your roster. While you're in here, spend some of your starting resources on upgrading the Stagecoach network. This will increase the number of heroes available in the future. To upgrade, click the plus symbol on the left and then click the upgrade. So we've only got these two heroes at the moment, and you kind of need to have 4. What do they have? He's got, he'll only meditate, he acts slow, he's good in the warrens, he comes with, what's that, causes blight, which is useful, damage over time, stun is very good, causes bleed, and that's a buff. There,
what better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
In camp you get healing, ranged plus 3% critical. I don't know if any of her skills are ranged, are they? That one is, okay. These are other ones that can be unlocked. Death blow, resist. When you lose your last life point you go into a death blow. I don't know the full mechanics of it, but you get kind of a chance to get more healing. But I think if someone else hits you before then you probably die. And lockjaw. So basically you start out as pretty crappy. Can I get more? We can have up to 9.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
We're not going to get any more, so we're going to have to take you. And probably
a sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Quite possibly swap her out later on. Graveyard, we haven't lost anyone yet.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
And that's all we can do at the moment. So, what's this? It's that. Trinkets, we have none. And that is the options menu. Alright, well, we might as well go on another quest.
This mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
The ruins. That's the only one we've got available. Unholy abominations turning the light against itself. Meet them in battle and learn how they fight. It is a short, does not involve camping. Apprentice level 1, which is these people. These are the rewards we're going to get. Goals, complete 100% of a room battles. Not every room will have a battle. So, we're basically going to add all these guys. What order? I think you like the front two. Hang on, what skills do you actually have? Front two, front two, front two, and a self buff. We can unlock other skills later. You are happy in the second. It's back three, front three, self buff, and the front two. That's fine. You seem to prefer the third spot. So take the. Yeah, all your things should be used from the third spot. That's your attack. Yep, that's fine of you. And you like to be in either of those. A mace bash, well, yeah, you hopefully won't ever be in the front. Judgment is arranged, which gives you bonus to criticals. It's good. And it's a self-heal as well. That's used from the back and attack anywhere. Used from the back and attack the front two. Used from the back three. And that's a party heal, that one. That's a single target heal. I'm not sure what those are yet. But I don't have them, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, provision!
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Alright, you'll want to take different supplies depending on what region you are going to, how long the quest is, and your own preferences, but always bring some food and torches. For your first short quest, try bringing at least 8 food and 4 torches. Alright then. 8 food, oops, 8 food, and 4 torches. This is one of the mechanics that's kind of at the end of the dungeon, any of your unused stuff is gone. I can understand why from a balance point of view, otherwise you just load up on everything. But some of the things seem kind of arbitrary. A shovel, apparently, even if you don't use it, it breaks. And a key, even if you don't use it. And a torch, it's basically a stick with rags on it. But if you don't use it, it's ruined, which is kind of arbitrary, and kind of in two minds about that. But as I said, I can understand the game mechanic reasons for it, because otherwise you just, I'll just do this, I'll just fill up to spend all my gold, and if I don't use it, it doesn't matter, because I have it next to it, so yeah. 8 gold and 4 torches, he said. Alright, I will actually take a torch, shovel just in case, because they can be useful. They're expensive, but it's kind of thing better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So, once holy idols and shrines have been corrupted to favour pagan gods, holy water can help restore them to their rightful... Ah, that's a tip of the day, yep, alright.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Right-click to move it. Alright, so we need to complete 100% of battles, and this is when we'll get into the torch stuff. So, what's that? Centre map. Oh, yeah, well. All we can do is move around anyway. Move. What is this? That is an altar of light. What happens? A soothing pale light. It's a buff and plus 20% damage. Very handy. Alright. A trap.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
And the light is going down. Scouting bonus and monster surprise with it high. Anyway, let's try do some blanket damage. Ow! Resist the bleed. Good. You judge. Yes, get rid of you. He dodged! This is why I want to get rid of him, because he can cause stress. 15, look, this guy's already up to 37 stress. What have you got? Blinding gas is a stun. Emboldening vapors gives plus 15% damage. If I embolden you, you've now got plus 35% damage. Are these unholy? No, they're just... Yes! But he can't use it. Can't reach that far. So we'll just go...
Press this advantage. Whack. Give them no quarter.
Relieved a bit of stress. Gonna take a bit more stress. A lot more. Right, what do you got? Pistol shot. We'll do 3 to 8. Open vein. 4 to 9. And possibly cause... I don't know if he can bleed.
Confidence.
Well, he's dead. He's not going to bleed anyway. You can do some healing. And you can do an incision, because I think that's probably the only thing you can do, really. Yeah, he's got 100% bleed resist, so he's not going to bleed. And you can just whack him.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Excellent. Money, and that's used for upgrading town. Now, the balance of stress is one of the mechanics I think is kind of off. Any negative stress event gives you, you know, 15, 20 stress. Any positive one only gives you like 3 or 5. That is, I guess, Lovecraftian. It's certainly... I'm not going to get a scout. Maybe I should... I've already got 4 torches. Who's got a... No, we'll just pick loot. Loot is good.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
The light's going down. You can see it's starting to get a bit dimmer. We get a bit of stress. This is locked. I can bash it with a shovel. I'll just try. It's trapped. But he resisted. That's good. But he's not going to resist that trap, though, is he? No. Yeah, the stress mechanism, but it is early access still, so... how do you use it? Right click. Things may be tweaked, or maybe I just need to get used to it. And there's nothing in here, alright. So that was a waste of a torch. Let's keep going. No, we already opened that. Go into the room. Won't you go into the room? Thank you. And now we still want to get scouting. That's fine. This is... Well, what? It's an alchemist table, and you're sort of an alchemist. New metals are synthesized for a whole 25 gold coins. Nifty. And we were surprised, probably because the light's kind of low. However, we still need to go first. Bump in the night. Graveyard slash a
Such
critical.
A terrible
Ouch!
assault cannot be left unanswered.
You probably want to move back. Do I really want to try and bash you? Could potentially kill. Do you have any... No. We might just do a heal. And you zealously accuse them of being stinky boogers. What do you got? Vapors, blinding gas, will stun. They both only got 1 hit point left. We'll just kill him. Dodge, excellent. Round 2. Yeah, that'll kill him. No, I don't want to move you forwards. I'll just kill him.
As victories mount,
Neat.
so too will resistance.
You go back to the end. There is one... You are very much at the torch. Here we go. The light is fading. The current torch level greatly affects many mechanics in the game. The darker it gets, the harder things get, but the better the rewards. Right-click on a torch from the inventory to boost the light back up. I'm not exactly sure the rate at which it goes down. It seems to be quite fast. Sort of like That looked like it went 6 when I moved 1 square. But you know, I'm almost out of torches. I don't think taking 4 was sound advice. But we get scouting this time. I think that's empty. I guess that means treasure. It looks like a little treasure chesty sort of a thing. So we'll move down this way. There must be a battle in that one, I guess. I've got 2 torches left. We'll put 1 up. Hunger! The exertions of adventuring have produced a growing hunger amongst the party. Eat 4 food, regain 5% health. Yeah, we'll do that. And in fact, you'll eat another one. Yeah. We'll get some healing going when we're in a fight. It does seem odd you can only heal while you're in a fight. Once again, it's a mechanic for game purposes. A map. Oh, so we got some scouting. Well, that's a fight, that's a fight. That must be a fight, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, let's go into here. There's a fight here. Yeah, I'm just healing. It's kind of arbitrary that you can only do it in combat, not out of combat. But again, it is a sort of game mechanic that I can certainly understand why. Excellent, stunned them. Why did they get buffed when they were stunned? I don't quite understand that. Light. I've only got the party heal, don't I? I don't have the single target heal, so I'm going to have to do that. You... Yeah, Spider, read that rap sheet. Pistol shot. He's got 1, he's got 6. Kill him. He dodged! Resisted, that's good. Yeah, you can keep healing. He's very close to dead. 1 hit point left. Just kill that one. And you kill that. Right.
This expedition at least promises success.
A chest with your family's sigil. I believe if you use a key you get extra stuff. Unmovable helmet. Bounty hunter only. Plus 15% move resist, minus 1 speed. You're a highwayman, not a bounty hunter. Alright. Well, I know there's a battle there. And I know there's some treasure up here. But I've only got 1 torch left. I'll go this way. I'll take the risk. It's only spiders. If I get the drop on them, I should be able to kill them. Hopefully. Stunned is not good. Killed 2 of them. Very nice. He's plaguerific. Yeah, we need more healing from you. At least you're not attacking him. Plague debuffs and buffs tend to stack, I believe. But he's only taking 1 per round for the next 2 rounds, so that's alright. That one, 4 to 7. That one, 2 to 4. Nah, do that. Although he dodged. You can kill him.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Before I get into the next room, who's got the highest trap resist? Yours is 30. Yours is 10. 15 and 0. So you can have a look at this. It's oh, I forgot he's only got... Right, now I think this is probably going to be the last thing, so what you will do is you will notch down and we'll use a torch and we'll go in here. This might be a nasty fight. I don't like you guys, you can die. You dodged. Don't like you guys, but dodge is good.
How quickly the tide turns.
Look at all that stress. We'll keep you with the heals. Even if it is only one at a time. Dodging is good. The biggest problem I've found with this game is you seem to be at the mercy of the RNG. They didn't do anything to me then. Oh, they got a critical on her, but almost most of their attacks missed. Which is obviously good for me. I don't think I am unhappy about it. But there is a lot of RNG involved, and that'll do... won't kill either of them. That will stun. Does it? Yeah, that stuns. We'll stun. We'll try and stun you. Excellent. The game, again, as I've mentioned, this game is in early access, so things may still be tweaked. Oh, he's dead. Fair enough. And I'm not familiar enough with the game to... I presume you can stack the odds, min-maxing and stuff. I'm not very good at min-maxing at the best of times. Make her bleed. Don't make her bleed. But see, that's good. 2 heals is really good. Stun you again. Well, stun again, this time on you. Because she causes a lot of stress with her attacks. Don't think too many of them bleed. You bleed. 2 per round for 3 rounds, she's dead. But she'll get 1 more go in. You can try and stun him. Stun. Stun is very good. Ow!
Clarified in a single strike.
There we go. Death's Door. When a hero is reduced to 0 hit points, they are at Death's Door. While in this state, they will suffer stat penalties plus any further damage attached to kill them. Heal them to get off Death's Door. Which I will right now. It's RNG. I can only assume that people who are much better at this game than I will know how to... Actually, I can kill her. Will know how to min-max their parties and their characters to increase the odds in their favour. That's 4 to 9. It's 3 to 8. 9, very good. But he's not going to bleed, obviously. Oh, I'm at Death's Door again.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Luckily, I get the chance to heal. And we're doing the 2 heals again. You really want to kill him, don't you?
As life ebbs,
and they're getting seriously high stress as well.
Emptiness reveal themselves.
They can blight. Or I can try and kill him outright. But he dodged. You... With a bit of luck I can kill them both. There you go, RNG.
These nightmarish creatures can be fed.
And that was the last one.
Be beaten.
So he'll survive. But I'll have a look at this. Suit of armour. It reveals insight into this world. He is a ruins tactician, so he just gained 15% damage in the ruins. So in the ruins with highlight, he's actually really good. But since this guy's nearly dead, we're going to abandon the
My
rest of the...
room, hall by hall. We reclaim what is
What do we
ours.
get? Some money, some heirlooms, lots of crests, portraits, other crests, and busts. Yeah. So, what do we get? Reynold, health below 50%, you'll act quicker. Dismas, egomania, obsessed with self-worship. I don't know what that does. And you've got a wasting sickness and a warrior's expert. You are really terrible. You've got way too many negative quirks.
I can still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor. But I was dead before they found me. And the letter was on its way.
So we've unlocked the tavern and the abbey. So these are new. Abbey, stress relief.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The abbey calls to the faithful.
Heroes release stress by taking part in activities at the tavern and the abbey. Each activity has different side effects. Experiment to find the best activity for each hero depending on their quirks. Committing a hero to an activity locks them in that activity until the next week. You'll have to take a different hero with you on your next quest. And this guy has decided to pray. So I can't pray now. He can only pray, so I can't drag him there because, yes, thanks to him being there. What about him? He cannot gamble, but he can do other things. What's in the tavern?
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
Drinking, gambling, and the brothel. See, you have too many... You're just awful. Who can I recruit? I can't recruit a replacement. So... if I upgrade that again, so that I get 4 next week.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory
You got...
in this domain of
First
the
round,
damned.
that's not too bad. And in the brothel, you get plus 20% stress heal. Drag you in there.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A zealous
Ranged.
warrior.
Bonus against unholy. Ranged accuracy penalty. Do you have any ranged attacks? Apparently you do not. So you can have there and
This
a
man
highwayman.
understands that adversity and existence are one and the same.
Lazy Eye's probably not good for a highwayman. So maybe we won't worry too much about him. That does give us 4 to take on our next dungeon. But anyway, you cannot gamble, so you can just go and have a drinkies. Actually, before I do that, can I upgrade this? Improve the bar facilities, increase the recovery. And what about upgrading this? Just increases the recovery. Doesn't actually increase the number of slots or reduce the cost, I believe. Eventually that happens. But you can go and have a drinkies. We'll set you in there. And that is going to have to do it for this episode, because this is going way over time. I'm going to have to take these 4 guys on my next quest because you need to recover, but you have to pray. Anyway, that is for next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.